if I have kids and, I'm dealing with a mental health challenge, what's the best way to advise against another spouse who has mental health problems? So,
Well, when kids are involved,
Yeah.
and I think I'm hearing that, how do we address the kids? How do we tell them that something bad's happened? The best thing, I'd actually rather work with kids than adults. Kids are very basic. They want to know what's really happening and they want to know the truth. And when you tell them, grandpa died or dad has to go into the hospital for some time because he's got a mental illness, or not even saying mental illness, so there's something wrong in his brain and he's sick and he needs to go to the hospital for a while. Children will just go, okay, I understand that. And they're done. You don't have to go into details. They don't want explanations. When someone dies, the same thing. They've died. They're not going to be coming back. You can say they've gone to heaven or whatever meets your basic family needs at that point. But kids are so much more resilient. It's when we lie to them, and we don't mean to lie. We try to protect them. Well, they were really sick. They had to go away. And kids turn around and come back. Why did they go away? Was I a bad girl? Was I a bad boy? Was there something wrong? And then they start spinning out of control, and they'll always think it was their fault. Kids just automatically do that. So we say, no, he's sick. He has to go into the hospital. And if, God forbid, something were to happen and that person died in the hospital, you come back and say, remember, Grandpa went in the hospital? Well, he died. So he's not ever coming back. And kids will go, okay, I can accept that. They'll be sad. They may have a little bit of problems. We warn about, if they're little kids, say toddlers or, maybe up to kindergarten, that they may revert back in some things. You may have a wet bed. You may have clothes, not clothes, but food that they only want to eat peanut butter and jelly for a while. They revert back to some of the things. The same thing actually happens with animals. We've seen animals do the exact same behaviors where they start having accidents in the house when they didn't before, when their master or, a couple, someone has died. They're lonely, they pace a lot. Those are some normal behaviors. And we just have to know that that's a normal behavior in this abnormal situation.